Hi, it's your girl Sassy MC here, and I would like to welcome you to LIB Latest News 231 YouTube channel. LIB Latest News 231 is the place where you can watch all of your political news, entertainment news, and sports news. To stay informed about the latest news, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification button on your screen for more videos from Liberia, Africa, and the world at large.
About what is unfolding and gain that the Liberia National Police have made during the week. To give you details of this, I invite to the table a DCP, number one and Moses Carter, to give you this side of the story. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, and let me, on behalf of the leadership of the Liberia National Police, headed by our Inspector General Sulu, who is out of country and is ably deputized our Deputy Inspector General of Police for Administration, Honorable Sadatu LNP, that is currently leading the team of leaders here at the headquarters of the Liberia National Police, and say to you, welcome to this press conference. This press conference is intended to provide you a great understanding of our efforts in the fight against crime and abuse. Just to get started with, we'd like to provide you statistical information about the just ended first phase of the voter registration process. In other words, the BVR, as conducted by the National Elections Commission in conjunction with the Liberia National Police, the Liberia Immigration Service. And so the statistics that we provide you today has to do with arrests made by the police on individuals suspected of carrying out acts that were inimical, in other words, undermining through the entire voter registration process. The first phase of the voter registration process. On the 20th of March 2023, the National Elections Commission commenced the issuance of biometric voter registration identification card to eligible Liberian citizens in 6 counties, to include Montserrado County, Magibi County, Bapolu, Grand Cape Mount County, and Grand Bassa County. In view of the process as conducted by the National Elections Commission, several suspects were arrested from different segments of the registration centers as designated by the by the National Elections Commission. The separate allegations for which the suspects were arrested and brought forth for questioning include, but not limited to, the following: 1. Registering twice. 2. Attempting to register twice. 3. Purchasing others' voters' cards. 4. Disruption of the registration exercise at some centers as designated by the National Elections Commission. Distinguished members of the press and those of you that are following us on social media, at this juncture, we'd like to bring you information on police actions. predicated upon the supra-mentioned, which we just indicated in relation to the voter registration process, the first phase of the process, a special investigation team comprising the Liberia National Police from the Crime Services Department, headed by Chief Superintendent Raphael A. Wilson, was constituted to conduct an investigation so as to establish whether there were criminal complicities or involvements on the part of suspects arrested by the Liberia National Police. The suspects brought in for questioning were informed of their constitutional, or you may say, Miranda rights. Most of the suspects chose to remain silent, while others were represented by their lawyers. On March 2023, the National Elections Commission began an exercise of the voter registration process. Of course, we just read to you that. On the 30th of March, suspect Bobby Watkins registered and obtained Bobby Watkins, and I hope you can take note of that name. Suspect Bobby Watkins registered and obtained a biometric voter registration card at Next Center bearing code number 30262, located within the vicinity of the LEC Gate, West Point, Montserrat County. Accordingly, Watkins again went at the NV Massacre School within the West Point community, or you may say the West Point Township, where he attempted obtaining a letter voter card after he had already been issued a voter card. When his finger was tested under a detector light, it was uncovered that he had already obtained a voter card. Suspect Bobby Watkins had been charged and forwarded to court on charges of offenses in relation to fraudulent registration in violation of 10.2 count C of the new election law and criminal attempt in violation of chapter 10 section 10.1 respectively. Distinguished members of the press and those of you following us on social media, on April 1, 2023, suspect Elijah Toll registered and obtained a biometric voter registration card at NV Massacre School in West Point, Montserrat. Accordingly, on Wednesday, April 5, 2023, suspect Elijah Toll went again at the Linda Global Christian Academy, bearing code number 30048, within the same West Point, where he attempted to obtain another biometric card using the name Eric Toll. First name Elijah Toll. When he went to the next center, he used the name Eric Toll. But when his finger was tested under a detector light, it was uncovered that he had previously obtained a card. Suspect Elijah Toll has been charged and forwarded to court on offenses in relation to fraudulent registration in violation of 10.21 paragraph C of the new election law, criminal attempt in violation of chapter 10 section 10.1, and impersonating officials in violation of Chapter 12, Section 12.35, respectively. The suspects, Lami J. Vani and Eric D. Kwahin, residents of West Point, again were arrested on allegation that on Sunday, April 2 at about 12:30, they went at one of the next voter registration centers, number 3004, and prevented the voter registration ID card exercise for over 30 minutes. Additionally, Mr. Peter Chie Johnson, a worker of NEC, assigned at West Point, claimed that his Samsung S10 cell phone, value forthcoming, got missing in the process. The two suspects, Lami J. Vani and Eric D. Kwahin, denied ever preventing the voter registration exercise. The suspects accused one of the NEC workers of conniving with an aspiring to truck people into West Point in order to obtain voter registration card, which the suspect claimed attempted preventing the process. On Friday, the 24th of March 2023, suspect Mark Fadolu obtained voter registration card bearing ID card number 0300483147 and registration code 45018 at Buze Quarter. Buze Quarter is in central Monrovia, Montserrat County. On the next day, which was Saturday, March 25, 2023, suspect Mark Fadolo went back to the same center in order to obtain another voter card. Suspect Mark Fadolo has been arrested and forwarded to court on charges of offenses in relation to fraudulent registration and criminal attempt in violation of Chapter 10, Section 10.1 of the revised penal law and the new election law. On Friday, March 24, 2023, suspect Peter S. Conning obtained a biometric card, voter card at one of NEC's registration centers located in Suning-Wen, Montserrat County. Additionally, on Saturday, the 25th of March, suspect Peter Conning went back to the same center and tried obtaining another voter card. He has been charged and fought the court on charges of offenses in relation to fraudulent registration in violation of the new election law and criminal attempt in violation of 10.1 of the revised penal law of Liberia. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, on Sunday, the 26th of March, 2023, suspect Peter S. Kine obtained a biometric voter card bearing number 0779407380 from a NEC vote registration center bearing code number 45043. On the 27th of March 2023, suspect Peter S. Kine went back at the same center where he attempted obtaining another biometric voter card. Suspect Peter S. Kine has been charged to court for complicity in committing offenses in relation to fraudulent registration in violation of the new election law and criminal attempt in violation of 10.1 of the revised penal law. Distinguished members of the press, on Monday, the 27th of March, at about 8 a.m., suspect Prince Morris obtained a voter registration card bearing voter ID card number 105037732220 and registration code 30139 from a NEC voter registration center at Buze Quarter, still in central Monrovia, Montserrat County, using the name Prince Morris. On the same day, March 27, at 10 a.m., suspect Morris went back to Buse Quarter where he was successful in obtaining another voter card bearing ID number 104743973 and code number 30360 using the name Foley Morris. He has been charged for committing offenses in relation to fraudulent registration in violation of the new election law and criminal attempt, as well as impersonating official in violation of chapter 10 and section 12.35 of the revised penal law of the Republic of Liberia. On Saturday, March 25, 2023, Suspect William Wambo, a resident of Gardnersville, was arrested and about 20 other persons or pieces of biometric voter cards belonging to the herein named persons were found in his possession. Sekou Kamara, Anthony Fraser, Ophelia M. C., Samuel S. Foko, Julie Bima, James Glare, Lee Tokpa, Kopo Jala, Christopher Phillips, Emmanuel Pie, Muna Kiazolo, Dede Lelo, Mercy Tepesin, Josephine Wembo, Ruth Wa Jabo, Madeline George, Bala Gayflow, Muna Quilly, Seba Phillips, Rose Fayard, James Ngama, Franklin Johnson, Princess C. Kumate, and Will G. Gap. These 24 pieces of biometric voter cards were in the possession of suspect William Wambo on Saturday, March 25, 2023. They were confiscated from him. Investigation established that he purchased the cards from legit owners. He had been charged for committing acts constituting malfeasance 10.1 specifically count A and C, respectively, under the new election law of the Republic of Liberia. Suspect Stephen T. Che and Arthur B. Che, residents of Bartlersville Estate, were arrested on allegation that they rained insults and engaged into fight against some net workers assigned at Myers S. Trouble Senior Academy, Bowen Community, Bartlersville Estate. It was further alleged that the suspects also damaged a solar system belonging to the National Elections Commission at the hearing center. The matter is still pending as investigation currently speaking with some persons who were at the center when the incident allegedly occurred. While voter registration for biometric cards were ongoing in Bomboba Town, Bapolu County on March 29, 2023, suspect Kenneth M. Top, Wakai Kamo, and Mamadi Sharif arrived on the scene and got involved in disrupting the exercise of voter registration process. Mr. Bala, General Town Chief of Bomoma Town, Bapolu County, immediately contacted the police assigned in said county. The police arrived on the scene and effectuated an arrest of the suspects who were brought at the central headquarters in Monrovia for further probe. The suspects were investigated and charged to court for disorderly conduct in violation of Chapter 17, Section 17.3 of the revised penal law of the Republic of Liberia. In Wela, Magibi County, on March 25, 2023, suspect Pangba Fan, who is a resident of Bon Mines registration process. An incident occurred in Grand Cape Mount County, specifically Pokpa District, where it is alleged that a town chief was allegedly assaulted and injured in the process. The sitting senator of Grand Cape Mount County, Honorable Simeon Taylor, the sitting representative of Pokpa District, Honorable Bob Sharif, and that of Honorable Henson Kiazulu were said to be visiting that part of Liberia or Grand Cape Mount when said incident happened. The Liberia National Police has launched investigation into the matter. The other party, as accused, have availed themselves at the headquarters of the Liberia National Police. They visited the LNP headquarters today, and statements were extracted from them. We had a visitation of the Commissioner of Congo in Grand Cape Mount County, specifically District Number 1, Pokpa. We also had a town chief that was allegedly assaulted. We also had a businessman in Grand Cape Mount County called Idrissa Masare, and a representative aspirant, Honorable Masare, who is contesting in District Number 1, Pokpa District, Grand Cape Mount County. They made a stop here at the police in respect to the ongoing investigation. We'd like to assure you members of the press that this police administration will not hesitate to ensure that appropriate actions are taken against any individual that attempts to undermine these electoral processes. The election at hand is very key and crucial to maintaining the peace and stability of the state. And as such, anywhere that has information of violence, as we put it to us, we will not hesitate to ensure that said issue is properly investigated and that the public will get to know what obtained, and if probability or culpability is established, individuals will be charged to court. So we urge residents of Pokpa District to remain very resolute, as this investigation is going to unearth the truth, and those responsible for the violence in Pokpa District, Grand Cape Mount County, will not go with impunity, but will be made to face the full weight of the law. Distinguished members of the press, we are also pleased to inform you that the Liberia National Police has arrested and is investigating suspect Jefferson Moba, a resident of the Sand Town ELWA community, for allegedly killing a 22-year-old man. Suspect Moba, and I would love Suspect Moba to stand up so that the camera can have those of you members of the press can have a glimpse of him, and especially some of our followers that are following on social media can have a glimpse of him. Suspect Moba was arrested by LNP operatives on April 7, 2023 during the morning hours after he allegedly stabbed victim Prince C. Famule with an object believed to be a kitchen knife. Police investigation has revealed that an argument ensued between the deceased victim Famule and suspect Moba when his sister Naomi Moba, an ex-girlfriend of her son's father to victim Prince Famule, complained to her brother that someone is always creeping on her while in bed. It was further established that while suspect Moba kept guard at his sister's residence, he met victim Prince creeping and wanting to enter his sister's room. During an argument between them, victim Prince hit a short single-barrel pistol at suspect Moba, who stabbed him with an object believed to be a kitchen knife, which led to his demise. Meanwhile, the remains of the late victim Prince Famule has been deposited at the JFK morgue for preservation while suspect Morba is here at our headquarters undergoing police investigation. Distinguished members of the press, it is saddening to inform you that the LNP has also launched a probe into the alleged suicide incident involving a 13-year-old girl in Yamford Town, Bartlesville community. On the 7th of April 2023, between 6 to 7 a.m., victim Philomena Cully was discovered hanging in an empty room of a 4-bedroom house with a lapa wrapped around her neck. Investigation is continuing to establish what actually occurred. Distinguished members of the press, suspect Marco S. Doe, alias Jojo, Siriki Kamara, aka 69, and Joseph Bondo, aka Terry G, were arrested on April 6, 2023 in connection to the armed robbery that occurred between April 2 and 6, 2023 at 8:30 p.m. in which victim Hassan Lewis, a resident of GSA Road, Painesville, was attacked by the mentioned suspects and some accomplices to be identified. Police preliminary investigation revealed that suspects were armed with cutlasses and other deadly weapons and made away with a TVS motorbike. The suspects are currently being investigated, and I will appreciate that these suspects that I just named can stand up so members of the press and the public can have a view of them. The suspects are currently being investigated and they are awaiting court trial. Thank you. Again, distinguished members of the press, in an effort to minimize drugs and substance abuse, 7 persons have been arrested by the Liberia National Police on April 11, 2023 during the early morning hours, today to be specific. The suspects: Isaac Logan, alias Young 18, Marlene Russell, alias Bendu, 26, Rose Joe, alias Damo, 22 years old, Mohammed Kamara, alias Mohammed, 20 years old, and Dawuda Kumar, 16 years old, Fred Jackson, 21 years old, Junior Mane, alias J5, 30 years old, were arrested in the Cardwell, NC Street community from their hideout with Gassipan drop mixed with coffee rum and Jojo. If you look on this table, members of the press, you will certainly see a display of the Dasepan, that was Dasepan drug that was confiscated from these individuals as named. So you may want to know what are the usages of these items. So there you have the Jojo, and you have the coffee rum, and this is a portion of the Dasepan drug that has been placed in this bottle, in this coffee rum bottle. Then you have farina, in other words, gari with sugar. Just to let you know, members of the press, these are things that are used by these suspects that I just named as a way of absconding with people's motorbikes, keke, vehicles, as well as even carrying out burglaries. What is the strategy? They come in a very friendly manner, and there's something very important for you to capture. They come in a very friendly manner. They befriend whoever that is, you know, either posted or on a motorbike. They befriend you, and either they will ask you to take them somewhere, either at a party or some other section that they are attending, under the pretext that when you get there, you know, they're going to take care of you. And when you get there, they will offer you a drink. And that drink that they are offering you has already been, you know, infested with drug that will make you to doze up to bed. And when you doze up to bed or off to bed, it is at that moment that they will make away with your motorbike, your vehicle, your keke, or whatever that is in your possession, whatever property, other phones that are in your possession. Many of our citizens today have become victims of this crime. Many of our citizens, innocent citizens, have become victims of this crime. It is at this juncture that we want to use this press conference to inform and appeal to the public, especially motorbike riders that are in the traffic looking for their daily lives. Take care. Securities that are posted at various areas to man them. Be mindful of the offers you take, either in drink or in food. Because these things that you see here are placed in drinks and food. So that when you eat or drink, at the end of the day, you get very dizzy and you will doze off to bed. And it is at that moment that these individuals will use to carry out their criminal activities. So if you are posted as a security guard at a post, avoid taking offer, either drink or food. Please, we are begging you. If you are a motorbike rider, a keke rider, or a vehicle operator, please be mindful of offers that you take, because all of those offers are not just free of charge. Some of those offers are entrapments that will lead you to losing your properties and belongings and other belongings. Please, we are begging you. These individuals, some of whom have been in this act for some long time now, and they have been arrested today. We can assure you, members of the press, that this police administration remains very resolute in ensuring a zero claim down on crime. Anyone that is bent on causing havoc for our citizens will have us to contend with. It's like a saying that says, the child who says his mother will not sleep, that child itself will not sleep. Anyone that is bent on causing disturbances, that is bent on creating havoc for our peaceful citizens, will be met with the full weight of the law. I can assure you on that. And this is just to say again, as we go to the second phase of the voter registration process, we urge those individuals participating in the second phase of the voter registration process to abstain from voter registering twice, and to also abstain from disturbing the processes of the voter registration. It is very important, because like we have reported today, anyone that is called voter registering, said person will be investigated, and if it is established, said person will be charged and forwarded to court. You ought to register once and not twice. And if there are issues of vote trucking that you will come across, it is important that you don't take laws in your own hands. Inform lawful authority, and we will not hesitate to take appropriate actions, immediate appropriate actions. But anyone who take laws in his or own hands in the second phase of the voter registration process will be investigated, charged, and forwarded to court. Liberia remains a civil nation. These elections are very crucial crucial to the extent where it determines whether Liberia remain peaceful or Liberia resort to chaotic situation. And under our watch, as a joint security, we will not tolerate or hesitate to ensure that anyone who attempts to undermine the rule of law will be made to face the full weight of the law. We want to say thank you, members of the press, for coming to this press conference, and we look forward to continuing updating you on progress made in the fight against crime in Mama Liberia. Thank you so very much. If you have questions, we can take your questions.
If you have questions,
yes.
And also, before you ask your question, I'd like to also inform you that our Nima County, specifically Ganta Police, is investigating a huge discovery of AK-47 and GMG ammunition in Brigade Town, Ganta City, on April 7, 2023, through a 16-year-old man who was cleaning his parents' backyard and came across these ammunitions and subsequently alerted the Liberia National Police of his discovery. The police immediately responded and took seize of the ammunitions, which are total 1,093 pieces, and they are currently in the possession of the LNP, and the investigation is continuing. We want to say to our public, there's no need to panic because we are in charge of security, and that this police administration, as head of the operational arm of the joint security, will do nothing, will not hesitate to ensure that we go all out there to protect the peace and stability of the state. Thank you so much. God bless you, and God bless the Republic of Liberia.
The beginning of this press conference, I listened to one of your officers who was pointing finger at one of the suspects. So I'm quite sure, your intelligence officers are aware of the hangouts. What is the police doing to bring down or to arrest the kingpins or the distributor of these harmful substances? Two, you listen to one of the suspects who was giving his ordeal. I want to be very quite sure as to whether these substances were, they were arrested with them.
Yeah, sure. These substances were arrested with them. As a matter of fact, many of whom were taken out of this bag, along with some voter registration cards belonging to
For each of them?
some of the suspects. And of course, there are some other suspects that are alleged, and our intelligence is going all out there to ensure that those suspects that are alleged in connection with this scheme are arrested. And you talk about what efforts that we're making in terms of ensuring that we can have the kings, arrested. Yes, we can assure you that our intelligence is very good. And as a matter of fact, our intelligence led us to identify the heart of these individuals. So you can rest assured that we'll do more in terms of ensuring that all of those persons that are in here will be arrested and made to account for their actions. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. My name is Watson Riches, and I report for OKNF. My question is, some part of last year we arrested a huge consignment of ammunition. And this time around again, we are hearing that there was huge ammunition discovered in Nima County. And then we are just close to election. What does it mean for our peace and security?
Look, let me say to you, Chief, this joint security headed by the Liberia National Police will be very robust all through these processes. All through these processes will be robust. Liberians have had enough violence. Liberians have experienced the toughest times. No Liberian, well-meaning Liberian, is interested in having this country being plunged into a chaotic situation. So I can assure you that we are ready to continue any situation. And trust me, like you are hearing of these discoveries, whenever we have information, our intelligence is all wide. There are those who are sitting out there and think that they will operate and will not know. Trust me, you'll be making a sad mistake. Our intelligence is very, very, very effective. Anyone who intends to undermine the peace and stability of the state will not go with impunity, but will be made to face the full weight of the law. Thank you.
Mr. Carter, my name is Anthony Gray, and I work for ECOWAS Radio. I'm concerned with the discovery of this huge ammunition of 1,900 rounds of...
No, 1,093.
1,093 rounds of AK-47 ammunition guns. I'm concerned the border patrols and other checkpoints are really doing their jobs in making sure that...
The border patrol is very effective. There are some challenges, don't get me wrong. There are some challenges. However, those challenges are being worked on. But the issue of the smuggling of, arms to the country, sometimes these happen either given the fact that the information at then has not been, or the intelligence has not been unearthed. But I can tell you that, like I said, our intelligence is very good. Recently, we announced to you, we announced to you recently about the discovery of arms and ammunition at the Freeport of Monrovia and at Robbery. That was the work of intelligence. Today, we are informing you again of the discovery of ammunition, intelligence. And so, you can rest assured that our work will continue. And we want to say thanks to the 16-year-old man who was very much instrumental in working with the police for that discovery. And we also encourage every well-meaning Liberian to not hesitate to inform the police about what they know that will promote the peace and stability of the state. That is all we crave for. If you have any information on any discovery or any issue that has to do with that could undermine potentially the peace of the state, please do not hesitate to give us the information.
Mr. Kato, according to a report, this ammunition was brought into the country by a notorious Ivorian armed robber that came to Ghana and Nimba County, that based in Nimba County. And our history tells us that Africa Coast was the patrol place or the border point through which war came to this country. Are you holding diplomatic talks with intelligence on Africa Coast to know how come these ammunition slipped from their country to come to Liberia?
Well, at this juncture, it's not for us to reveal to you every information as per the findings yet, because it's an ongoing investigation. You want to make sure that some of the information is managed, so appropriately we'll give you all the details as it unfolds.
Okay, Mr. Carter, my name is Lincoln Peterson. I read for the New Dawn newspaper. We have seen Butua being used as an entry point of weapons and rebels to destabilize our peace and democracy. We also saw in recent times the huge discovery of arms and ammunition at the Freeport of Monrovia. Today again, we woke up to the news of another huge ammunition in Nimba County. There are many from the opposition bloc who are accusing the government of Liberia of bringing in those weapons on ground that the government wants to use those weapons in the 2023 election when they are defeated, to be able to instill fear, threat, and violence against peaceful citizens who would like to agitate and express their grievances when the result go on the other way around, since the opposition be hold to the Farmington Declaration. Why do you make such a statement from the opposition?
Yeah, so you see, our work we do here, we are not politicians. We're security people. Our work basically is to investigate. And the aim of our investigation is to establish facts. Our work is not based on speculation. Our work is not based on hearsay and deceit. When matters are forwarded to court, they are on the basis of facts. So if any political actor or whoever from any spectrum has any information, cogent, tangible, with facts, what will us? The peace and stability of this state is in all of our hands. The media, the politicians, the religious leaders, all of us is in our hands. If Liberia gets destabilized tomorrow, it's not one group of people that gets affected. It's all of us that get affected. So we have to put our hands on decks, irrespective of our political persuasions, irrespective of our ethnic backgrounds, irrespective of religious background, we all need to work together and consolidate the peace of this country so that the United Nations mission efforts in Liberia will not go in vain. It is our responsibility as citizens, peaceful citizens, to protect the peace of this country. I can assure you that no man or woman can undermine the peace of this country. We are ready to respond to any threat. You can take that from me. We are prepared. So if anyone is sitting anywhere and think that you can destabilize Liberia, you are making fun. You will have us to contend with.
I'm concerned, where are those weapons kept? That's all. I'm just concerned.
It's an ongoing investigation.
I'm Chief NB Johnson and I arrest for doing prostitute state court. Amidst the fear of recent discovery, Liberians are concerned and they want to know the status of the previous investigations that were launched on the first discovery of the caches of arms at Freefoot of the Native. Can you bring us to speed with it?
So that investigation is still pending, and that investigation is still pending. Why is that so? Is because the main suspect, or in other words, the main person who shipped the arms and ammunition to Liberia is not a resident of Liberia.
Okay.
He's a resident of the United States, specifically Texas. So until we can lay hands on him, the investigation continues.
Is there an ongoing negotiation for extradition?
Well, like I said in the previous press conferences, efforts have been exerted. Until those efforts yield result, the public will be informed. Thank you so much.
I would like to say thanks for coming.
Hi, it's your girl Sassy MC here, and I would like to welcome you to LIB Latest News 231 YouTube channel. LIB Latest News 231 is the place where you can watch all of your political news, entertainment news, and sports news. To stay informed about the latest news, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification button on your screen for more videos from Liberia, Africa, and the world at large.